All right, ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to the meeting of the city's Development and Zoning Review Committee. The purpose of this meeting is to provide this party an opportunity to informally introduce the concept of a proposed development to certain key city decision makers and to allow them to ask questions and provide comments. No decisions or recommendations on the proposed development will be made by this committee. Any proposals for development you hear or see today are in a very early conceptual stage of planning without the city's departments of planning and public works having had the opportunity to review them. Accordingly, discussion of specific details of any proposed development at this time is premature, as they are subject to change prior to the formal submission process. In light of the informal and preliminary nature of the presentation today, the public has been invited to attend via the Zoom webinar platform or streaming live on YouTube and learn about concepts associated with this proposed development in your city, but public comment will not be offered at this time. Any person interested in commenting on the proposal discussed today is encouraged to contact their elected representatives and also take advantage of the numerous opportunities to speak before the Planning and Zoning Commission and the City Council when, if such occurs, the development is formally submitted for the city's consideration. Do a roll call of commission members.
Councilmember Brost.
Here.
Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Mayor Boland.
Here.
And Chair Beatty.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. Does the Department of Planning have any opening comments?
Yes, Mr. Chair, as usual for our Development and Zoning Review Committee meetings, the department will just briefly cover the items that were provided for tonight's meeting. First is the agenda that the chair will follow for tonight's meeting. The next two were the aerial images of the subject site. And the third item provided as part of a packet is an aerial image with a sketch concept plan that was provided by the representatives from the group that's presenting tonight. Just wanted to mention one thing. The committee has reviewed a proposal for the site for soccer fields back in February. This is a completely separate group, a completely separate proposal. And I'll, when it's appropriate, Mr. Chair, we'll let the representatives explain the use of the site that they're intending and take it from there. And I'll conclude by saying thank you for being here tonight, committee members. We always appreciate these meetings. They're sometimes a little difficult to pull together, but this one was pretty easy. So we appreciate it. And thanks for being here. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you. All right. Let's see here. So, yeah, I guess go ahead and bring the participants in.
Mr. Chair, I know of one who wishes to represent the group first, and I'll let Kumar tell me if anybody else needs to come in. And he's on his way in.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, Kumar. How are you doing tonight? And you're muted. Sir, you're muted.
There you go.
All right, much better. Oh, I think you double clicked. Try it again.
Okay. Okay, I'm on now. There
Yes.
are a few other people who want to join also in our group. Travis, can you let him in?
There are several, Kumar. I've got like 7 people.
Okay. How about Dunaball? There's one called Dunaball. He's going to be, can he have the access to share the screen?
Yes, and if anybody who wants to be on could use the raise hand feature. Thank you. We'll get them coming in, but
Yeah, I am on. So I joined as an admin Tamil school. I'm going to share the screen. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, we are two organizations joined together in purchasing this property. It's a Missouri Tamil School and Tamil Sangam of Missouri. Both are 501c nonprofit organizations. One Missouri Tamil School is basically teaching Tamil language for the Tamil people in this community. And the Tamil Sangam is an organization promoting the Tamil culture in our society. So we are trying to purchase this land and then try to build a building. It may not happen for a few years because we are in the fundraising process right now. We have enough money to buy the property and hold it. And in probably 2-3 years, we will start building a building. And the initial proposal is to do about 26,000 square feet building with some classrooms and a meeting hall and some parking area. That's the goal. And we want to make sure that is doable in this property. And we are not ready to submit all the engineering drawings at this time. So we want to just have an informal meeting with the zoning committee and the, but I guess the zoning committee, and get your approval, see if it is doable before we purchase the land. That was, we had a lengthy conversation with Travis and Joe from the city before. And this was suggested to us to have this meeting and get your initial consensus to get a preliminary approval that yes, it can be done. Of course, it's not going to be approved till we do the engineering drawings and submit it formally. But we just want to get a, can you show that layout, Dhanabal? The sketch I did. So this is a aerial view of the lot that we are purchasing. The road is on the left side. That's the Mueller Road. And the Highway 100 is on the top of the page. And so that 26,000 square feet rectangular building is going to be backing the Mueller Road. And the parking lot will be on the east side of the building. And of course, you know, we have to deal with the stormwater and the sewer and water and all those utilities have to be brought out. We'll be working on those. But I just want to get your opinion if this is doable on this lot when we do it. It might be 2-3 years down the road.
All right. Thank you, Kumar. Are there any questions from the committee? Commissioner Clark? Or council member, sorry.
No problem. Thank you, Chair Beatty. Yeah, I had a few questions about this. Just looking at the drawing that you have. I don't see, you don't need any special lighting, I guess, because the parking, unless you have it in the parking lot. Lighting would be one of the main things I would ask about. And how much noise is this going to produce? Is there going to be activity outside or just inside the building? You mentioned that the stormwater was a consideration, but it looks like an awful lot of area that's going to be not impervious. So those would be some of the things I would be asking, and as well as the construction type of questions, who would be allowed to use this place? Only Tamil speaking people, or is this for the whole community? Is this just for a small group of people? Those are my questions.
Let's see here. Oh, it looks like Kumar dropped, or,
I'm bringing him back in.
okay.
I can take the questions in the meantime.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, there is no special lighting requirements. Answer to your first question. It is going to be a regular standard lighting in the parking lot. That's going to be the case. And then the building construction, Kumar talked about it. It is going to be close to 26,000 square foot, and then close to 96 parking lot. The noise level, it's going to be for a school, a weekend school. It's going to be inside the building. It's going to be a classroom. Right now, I've been running this class in Baldwin, somewhere closer to Manchester and Waidman Road. Noise level is going to be inside the classroom. It's not going to be a disturbance to the public. Okay. And then when you're going to host the cultural event, that is also going to be inside the event. It's all going to be indoor. It's going to be auditorium. We are going to soundproof the building. Okay. So the sound will not be heard outside. And then outdoor activities, we are thinking about hosting yearly 2-3 picnics. This could be for a teachers meet or some members meet. And then that noise level also, it will not be too much. The parking, we are still restricting within 100 cars, and then noise level is going to be very less. And then your last question about that, who would be using for the weekend school, the Tamil school will be using the participant, anybody who wants to learn in Missouri, who can enroll for the classes. It is a non-profit organization. And Tamil cultural event, Tamil Changam will be using, monthly once or so for the auditorium. The auditorium will be used by Tamil Association. And for that, anybody can participate. And other days, it will be open to the public. Whoever wants to use this hall, whoever wants to use this community center, anybody can book it and then use it. It will be open to the public, and then so our local community can get the benefit out from this building. So hope I answered all your question. If there is anything want to catch up, you can remind me on that.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Radhakrishnan.
Yep.
Mayor Bolin.
Thank you. So I guess my view on it, conceptually, I don't have really any aversion, I think, to what the concept is as to, what you're wanting to do with respect to the type of building and how it would be used. But given the proximity visually to a major thoroughfare through our city, Highway 100, I really couldn't give an okay one way or the other until I would see elevations. And I'm not looking for the expensive, engineering drawings, but I do think that it would be helpful to this group before this moves forward to have at least a modicum level of understanding as to what it is going to look like. So I don't know if we would need to maybe postpone this until we could get that. And again, I'm not looking for you all to spend a whole bunch of money to present that to us, but I sure think that it would be helpful to see an elevation or two as to what the view is going to be from Highway 100 and what the structure is going to be made of, those kinds of things. But as a concept, I don't personally have a problem with it. But again, I think we need to see what it is, at least in rough form, that you're going to want to do and how it's going to look.
Sure,
So
we got your point.
how difficult would it be for us to get that?
Yeah, without spending much money, so if you want us to bring some rough diagram, we can do that. Kumar, you want to talk about, so in high level, how the building is going to be, so verbally for now, and then, so in the later meeting, we can catch up with a plan for the building.
So, Mayor, you're asking for some elevation of the building itself?
Yes.
So, yeah, it'll probably be a prefabricated metal building, but with EIFS siding rather than a metal siding. I know a city doesn't like the prefabricated metal structures like a warehouse, but this will be a prefabricated metal building. The structure itself is a metal building, but it'll be enclosed with EIFS or brick or whatever. So we'll spruce it up so it is appealing to the city. We are working with the city on the Murugan Temple as well. So we are familiar with what your requirements are. So we will try to accommodate that.
Okay. So I think under the rules, this committee can only have one meeting. So perhaps on a project. So perhaps if everyone else is in agreement that they would also like to see elevations before we, would say yay or nay to these gentlemen, probably the best way to do it, and I'm not sure even this would work, but hopefully it will, is to just postpone or to recess this meeting until we have those in hand and then reconvene it. What does the group think about that?
Councilmember Clark.
I think that's a good idea because I wouldn't be able to just, as Mayor Boland said, I don't know what it would look like. And so to say, yes, go ahead and purchase and then later say, no, we can't do that. So yeah, that would be great if you could just get us something basic to look at what it's going to look like from the major Highway 100.
And Councilmember Brost.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think staying with the concept of a basic rendering to keep the cost down, a written description may be beneficial because, like as you described, the construction and the finish, that detail could certainly supplement the rendering. And then Travis, I think what also would be beneficial for the group is the the proposal compared to the current zoning to see if there's any I don't know if it's the right term or not, but any variances that would be needed. But I think that would be helpful, and maybe to soften any cost on the rendering, it could be supplemented with a 1 or 2 page summary that where you all could prepare that versus hiring like an architect or designer.
Sure.
So I would think that would be I think that would be beneficial for everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
Mr. Newberry.
thank you for the opportunity. Just to respond to Mr. Brost's second point there. The department has, as Kumar had mentioned, met with this group several times to discuss the property. And based on what's been described to us in those previous meetings, as well as what was described to you all tonight, is identified that it's essentially that there are a number of uses that are conditional in the non-urban residence district that could accommodate some version of what's been proposed. So this project would require a conditional use permit, which would begin with the public hearing with the Planning and Zoning Commission after you all are done with your consideration of it. So I just wanted to give that perspective. Regarding any variances for the building or the parking or anything like that, it's too early to tell without any engineered drawings. So there's that as well. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Newberry. Councilmember Brost? Oh, you're muted.
I think I just hadn't lowered his hand yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I had to lower my hand, I guess, but I'm finished. Thank you.
So, Mr. Chairman, are you in agreement with a recess until we see that information?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, then I'll make that motion that we recess until the meeting until such time as we have the information we've requested here in the last few minutes.
All right, seconded by Councilmember Clark. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, yeah, we will recess this and then, yeah, once you get some drawings, we'll get this rescheduled and give you some more guidance. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.